Nickelodeon just launched a full rebrand. It's time for the latest news out of animation. Nickelodeon just announced a new rebranding campaign in an effort to reestablish their identity in the minds of the audience. As observant viewers notice, this actually began back in March during the Kids' Choice Awards. But now, Nick is moving this to Phase 2 and talking more openly about it. The big news is the return of the classic Nickelodeon Splat logo, first seen as early as 1984. It was used by the studio for a long 25 years before finally being phased out in 2009. This new splat goes for more of the older, cartoony look of the early days, instead of the more realistic inkblot look the studio was using towards the end of its original run. But the splat being back comes with a strange twist. Nickelodeon has decided to give the splat a story, dubbing it the Portal to Fun. They've begun work on an advertising campaign that shows kids getting pulled into another world through the Nickelodeon splat. So far, 2 of these new bumpers have come out. First was the Quartet spot, a callback to the classic eye catches and Nick's familiar a cappella jingle, the Nick-Monomic. It features a boy at the dinner table sticking his head through a portal in the ceiling, only to interrupt a barbershop quartet and their fishy audience. Despite the fish applauding the show, the young boy ultimately gets covered in slime. The second ad, Roller Coaster, sees a girl waiting with her bored mother, only to spot the splat on the floor. Sticking her hand inside, the girl's hand proceeds to ride the titular roller coaster before vomiting rainbows from its thumb. These are both well-produced bumpers. They're memorable, unique, and easy to talk about. But as part of a campaign to reestablish Nickelodeon's identity, will they succeed? The agencies responsible for the Portal of Fun campaign were given 6 core brands to try and focus on. These were SpongeBob, Paw Patrol, Blue's Clues, Baby Shark, Loud House, and Monster High. The ad agencies were told to evoke these shows and somehow call back to classic Nickelodeon imagery to try and appeal to parents nostalgic for the network's past. Nickelodeon wants to hit older fans with movies like Good Burger 2 and Zoe 102, as well as parents wanting to enjoy the network with their family. Nick wants both childhood nostalgia and current kid brands to somehow be part of its identity. The resulting bumpers are pretty non-specific: humor, surrealism, and some kind of gunk to end it off. Other than physically showing Lincoln Loud in the roller coaster ad, these 2 videos don't do a lot to tell kids what Nickelodeon is like or what kind of shows are on it. If you didn't already know who Lincoln was, this ad wouldn't really make you think he's got a whole show based around his family and adventures. Lincoln comes off more like a background character. Paramount's Executive Vice President of Global Kids and Family Marketing, Sabrina Galori, described the new campaign to Adweek in simple terms. It's this portal to an outrageously good time, so when you see the splat, you know something incredible is going to happen. While that sounds encouraging, will it be enough to build a new identity for Nickelodeon? Well, at least my life as a teenage robot's been rebuilt with a brand new look.